bit sassy, a little bit crazy, a little bit classy. We got dreams and we got goals. We're just a couple of old sassholes.
Welcome to A Couple of Sassholes podcast. I'm Brooklyn Johnson.
And I'm Heather Terry.
And this is our power hour of true crime where we talk about fucked up shit by fucked up people for fucked up reasons or because they're crazy. They're crazy girls.
I can't take you seriously.
We're a bunch of crazy girls.
We're definitely crazy because today...
I want to give the full...
I think we need to do that.
The full visual.
The full effects. Because now she knows she's a hot guy. So...
Yeah. No, so today is actually Halloween.
Yes,
though this will come out for, I don't know, who cares?
Yes.
But just so you guys know, for anyone who's watching the video, because now once more we are on video.
Oh my God.
But that is why I'm dressed up as Tiger King.
Yes, because she said, yes, I'll go to the work party. I would like you to pick out anything that you want me to wear.
But you cannot buy it.
But I cannot buy it. And I owned everything you see. So there's that. Oh yeah, there's his face.
Just looking hot, feeling hot, feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm ready to cause a ruckus.
You look like you're going to cause a ruckus.
I'm ready to slap a man's ass.
A man?
Call him Sally.
A man?
Tiger King was gay.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I was like, what?
I don't know.
You're like, a man? Yes. I don't know if you know this, but as Tiger King, I like men. Same as Brooklyn Johnson.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I just was picturing like you down at like some dive bar or something trying to pick up on girls with fake IDs. Like you were saying a while ago, you're like, oh, I got my Corvette outside.
I got a red Corvette. I swear it's mine. We'll just get in there.
You girls like Harleys.
I'm going to show you a good time.
Ew.
That's what it would be like.
Ew, like this, like the
dude. That's the only way to keep this fake stuff.
I know, but like, God, they do that on. They're like,
ain't no one really does that. That's only done on movies.
Like on movies,
yeah.
And you in this moment,
and I'm gonna have to take it off because I am telling the story.
Take it off. You are
take it off.
I can't get
no longer hurts because my upper lip's been sweating all day. I can tell you that. I've been put in situations in which sweating has occurred.
I love the eyebrow ring too that stayed on for 3.8 seconds. We'll post these photos because it is.
And I mean, those do not want to stay. They didn't stay the first time they were worn.
They don't. Yeah, when Will dressed up like this, at least like when he shaved his facial hair for the costume, like dedication to the game. I made a joke like,
not
oh, just
really,
shave it.
Though. Like it's Travis shaved. Like to me, it's like it's not dedication. They just change their shit up. And dedication is being Drew.
This is what his was long, and then he cut that off and just did this, and it was not great. It was not my favorite look. Like I'm sure he has a favorite. This is probably not his favorite look because it's so flattering. It shows cute. Off my figure.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Like what the fuck is anyway.
It's like you're wearing the a
shower curtain,
like the bottom of what a cupcake goes on. Like a cupcake. Flip that bitch over, cut a hole, put it over Heather. That's what she's wearing today.
Yeah,
she's upside down cupcake.
It definitely looks like curtains you got on Temu.
Yes,
like if you typed in ugly curtains
or like
pink.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's
I'm glad you're cute.
It's flowy.
I feel cute. You feel cute.
I'm just gonna have to pretend.
We're all just super cute today. Cute girl Halloween.
I can't. Okay, I just need you to go because it just the whole full effect is
just perfect. I actually grabbed lipstick because I truly didn't know what the costume was, and I was very nervous. And all I knew was brown boots.
Oh yeah,
and wear jeans. You will be able to see them, and there's a wig, which was very annoying because this is hair wash day.
I know. I was like, your hair's going to be up, and then she was like, oh, does that have to be like tight? And I'm like, okay, you're going to be wearing a wig, and I'm not giving you any more information. But I didn't buy anything. I played by the rules. And you brought me a lot of joy. Am I boring you? You said,
no.
She's like, oh, will you stop fucking talking?
Man, just the anxiety of... I didn't care. I'm going to be really honest. Even if, for anyone that works with us and knows, I just don't really care about any of my coworkers enough to be embarrassed. I'm like, y'all want to make fun of me? Make fun of me. I don't really care.
I think it's great.
I'm glad. You should. It was your plan. Stan.
Oh, and your Stan.
I am. And now I just want to play a guy every year for Halloween because I must say, number one, I knew I'd be a good looking guy because my dad's good looking. Kind of look like my dad. Yeah. But number two, I just think it's fun.
Would you be one of those that...
What did you call me? A drag queen? A drag king.
They're drag
I want to be a drag king. I just dress up like a dude.
I mean, do it. I think you should do it. Start a petition.
I need wigs. I need like just a whole man grouping of wigs.
All of a sudden, Travis is like, will you stop wearing my boxers? And you're like, I have a show on Sunday. I can't. No. He's like, stop. You're like, no.
It's like, did you put
stop
a sock
using
there?
my cologne, I swear to God.
Stop putting socks there.
Stop putting socks there. Why are only one of my socks in all the drawers? You're like, oh, the other ones are in my crotch. Like a sock crotch drawer.
I think that'd be great.
But I think so.
These are just the plans. But next year, I really do think we need to go as Jay and Ice from Hocus Pocus.
Can I be the blonde guy?
I don't care.
Okay, cool. You said Ice, and I was like, that's the guy with the hat, right? And then I'm like, yes.
The hardest part's going to be figure out the hair.
Oh, I got it. You are married to the Queen of Halloween.
I think we figure out whoever can do the hair the best. Like whoever the wig part fits the best on the hair. Because I'm still not far away from being like, bitch, one day I will get extensions. Like, there ain't no way that shit's going underneath like a bald cap. Who knows? Who knows, man? I'm up for anything, obviously.
I mean, my tiger and I are very happy.
I think the big difference is I'm in a relationship. When Heather and I first met, I was like, I am not looking hot on Halloween. Do not fuck with me. I'm going to put on cat ears and a bra. And
she was such a cat. Oh, man. You know how everybody has to have that one flaw? And I'm like...
That is not a flaw.
Okay,
correction.
Sorry.
I do my house big.
Yes,
because I do my house big, and I do the get-together big, and I have to buy all the candy big. I don't know. For most people, once you've done all of those things, the last thing I'm going to fucking do is the costume.
Okay, yeah.
I just don't have it in me.
Poor wording on my part.
Yes,
it
is not a flaw.
It's not a flaw. That's what I clearly am very on Halloween. Like, I took off work.
But her house is not decorated.
No, except for my skeleton. Go watch our TikTok. But anyway, I went to...
I'm thirsty.
Yes,
I'm thirsty.
You went like this all the way around the world. Like,
I didn't know what I was going to hit.
Yeah.
Tap things.
Well, yeah. It's still young. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what I was saying, to be honest with you.
Perfect. Let me start my story then. That sounds like the right thing to do then. If Heather lost her train of thought, I'm going to hop on my own train.
Do it.
I'm going to tell you guys a story today.
Okay, I'm going to pretend like you don't look like the way you do.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So this is from Snapped Episode, Season 7, Episode 12, NBC, Daytona Beach News Journal, New York Daily News, The Mirror, and Morbidology.
Okay.
It looks like I did a lot of research. It's because I opened up 6 tabs all at once, and then I toddled between all of them. So all of them are getting a nice little round of applause.
They're getting a little nod.
Yeah. A little nod.
A little tip your hat.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm ready. I washed my hands before. All right, our story is coming off strong.
Man, yes.
It starts on April 21st, 2013, with a phone call to the police department from a woman begging the police for help with her sister. She was worried about her safety, and she says that she hadn't been sleeping. She was distraught. She was hugging her children goodbye and acting suicidal. So she is apparently like... in the grand scheme of all of these crazy things that are happening, she also makes a terrifying confession. So this is a sister action, okay? So let's figure out what that could be about.
Okay.
All right, so just a few weeks earlier...
The dramatics. You're like...
Is it more intense because I look like Tiger King?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. Well, just a few weeks earlier, still in April of 2013, the Volusia County Sheriff's Office asked the public for help and information about a missing man. So we have 36-year-old James Sheaffer. You'd say Sheaffer, right?
It looks like Schaefer.
Schaefer. Okay. James Sheaffer had not been seen since April 2nd. He worked for Diamond Lima Beans.
What? Wait.
Limousine. And I said lima
Diamond
beans.
Lima Beans?
Diamond Lima Beans. Diamond Limousine in Deltona, Florida. Yep. And he was last seen getting into an unknown vehicle. All right. And then he departed. Yeah. Focus.
Was it a limousine?
No, it was just a different vehicle. Okay. Someone came up to his work in which there were limousines at his job, but he did not get into a limousine. He just got into an unidentified car.
Okay.
So James and his driver, they drive off. It's a black car. They leave James's car behind, obviously, because we can't drive 2 cars at once. Yet. Who knows? He never returned to work that day or his home, and he was officially missing. Agreed. So missing persons flyers start sprouting up all around town. James was described at around 5'11" and weighing approximately 275 pounds. So he's a big dude. He had brown eyes, brown hair, and for identifying features, he had a number of tats. He was inked, included one that said Gringo on his neck, just so you guys know.
That means white people?
Yes.
White person?
Yes.
Not people?
Right? Is it just white?
Like one person?
One person.
Like you are a gringo?
Like white boy?
What if there's more than one?
Gringa would have been gringos.
Gringos.
White boys.
Oh, yeah.
Greens. Oh, no. Everyone just saw her genius. Woo! You better put that knowledge up.
I am so
Don't be throwing it out on this table.
Shut up, Llama Beans. Let's go.
Oh my God. He also had a Metallica skull on his right calf and NCC on his right arm. I do want to add here that whenever you look this guy up or you follow us on our socials, you're going to see that he was super sweet looking. Like he had like a super kind face. He had one of those smiles that you're just like, you look cute. Like just, he seemed from his picture, his description. No.
Okay.
I don't care. His description.
Why did I answer? I don't know. I obeyed.
So I don't know. I just wanted to point out because his description kind of sounded like maybe he looked like rough and tumble, and maybe he was rough and tumble because there's a lot. Oh, one other thing I should say. We're missing so much information about anything prior to just this experience. For whatever reason, no one gave two fucks about who I'm going to talk about. And they gave no information, no insights into their previous life, nothing. It's just like this story happened, bam.
That's it?
Kinda. Like I can't tell you that in the 3rd grade she like punched her teacher or something. I don't have anything.
Oh,
you know?
Man.
Anyway, so he was a cutie patootie. The last time he was seen, he was wearing his work clothes, which consisted of black dress shirt, black dress pants, and black dress shoes. James had a live-in girlfriend of 17 years, Candy Medina, and she said that she had received a text from him which read that he was having to hide out from, it said, quoting here, having to hide out from someone and that he was okay, end quote.
Oh.
Okay, and then I also read that this was his wife, and then I was like, am I literally sitting here judging because they said 17 years they were together and it was the girlfriend? I'd be like, sir, when? When are you going to propose? And I wanted to know. I just feel like, do you think being with somebody for 17 years is a long time without getting engaged?
I guess as long as you set the standard of we ain't doing that and the other person's like, cool, I guess you could.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work for me.
I feel like that's like a legal thing.
Like,
so I feel like if you live together in the same, it's common law.
Common law is 8 years in the state of Kentucky.
Well, somebody else said married, so maybe that was because they're like, bitch, this is common law now.
You're just married. You're not married. You're just married.
Mm-hmm. So perhaps this could have been the case because they basically say that he ran off, right? Mm-hmm. Like that, but he was fine. He was hiding out. Sadly, James had been having some money problems and he didn't keep it a secret from his loved ones. He had told them that he owed around $1,100 in rent and he wasn't sure how he was going to pay it. So maybe he did skip town because he wanted to run away from his troubles, though his family, like, they knew that couldn't be the case. I also wish, like, someone could have just helped him out.
Been
so, like, in this scenario, yeah, like, if you have family and friends and all that jazz, like, and he's openly, like, stressing over... It's different to be stressing over buying a new bag you want. It's a whole nother thing to pay, like, rent or mortgage.
Like a bill.
Yeah.
Like, that you have to exist.
Yes.
Like
this is shelter.
Yeah.
Like, I need this.
Yeah, it's not like I really want, can I borrow $2,000? I really want this Louis bag.
I just want this new Camaro. Me and a Camaro.
You already got
I'm ready.
You're leaning in.
So
you're clumsy, come on.
Always. So there's no movement in the case until that phone call from Angela Stoldt's sister.
Okay.
No movement in the case. Guy drives off with unidentified person, disappears. It's not long after though. So we're talking maybe 3 weeks that this happens. Mm-hmm. And then Angela, her sister, ends up calling. So Angela is a 40-year-old who lives in Deltona, Florida as well and happens to be James's neighbor.
Okay.
Yes. The confession that tumbled out of her mouth was that she had something to do with him going missing.
Confession.
A neighbor.
You're only on page 2. How are we at a confession already?
Oh,
man, we're about to get deep.
This is a pretty tantalizing treat. This is definitely a meal you can eat in one sitting. So now after that call came in, as you'd hope, the police were dispatched to Angela's home and they brought her down to the police paperwork facility to be interviewed. So Angela refused to talk, and she was taken to a local hospital for a psychiatric examination. Afterwards, of course, her ass was brought in and she was fucking questioned.
I mean,
now, interesting enough, she had told investigators that she had last seen James on April 5th, which he was reported missing April 2nd. So, dun dun dun.
3 days.
Yeah. So his girlfriends and his family hadn't seen him since the second. So automatically, it's like, ma'am. This is suspect.
You're like
suspicious.
This is sus.
I know.
This is sus.
Youth. So she continued telling the investigators that she was the current payee of James's Social Security disability check and said that both she and James had access to the account. This felt super weird and I did not understand it. Like, I even wrote in here, I was like, does that mean she's like the co-signer of the account? I didn't understand.
The neighbor. It's
she,
like I can co-sign for his checks.
I'm gonna get to, but
that's bizarre.
I'm gonna get to because later on I had to be like, okay, I really do need to understand what this means.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a sin. Well, I'll get to it.
Okay.
But anyway, still weird.
Yeah.
According to her, she had received a text message from James on the 3rd of April asking her to meet up with him. They met behind a Winn-Dixie in Deltona, and James gave her $150 to cover an overdraft that he made from their shared account. So this Social Security thing is like a shared account, but it's mostly linked under her. So if he overdrafts, she is charged for it.
Oh, yeah.
They're both essentially charged for it, but she's the one.
It could hurt her credit if they don't fix it.
Yeah. So apparently this happened a lot. He would overdraft and Angela would get the fees either with him or instead of him. And it created some fucking turmoil.
I mean,
now she says that James was with another man at that time. And I'm like, but he said he wasn't under duress. Like, okay. I wonder. I don't know. So, it seems like, essentially, though, it doesn't take any time at all for them to break that cookie down into crumbs. She even says, quote, I wish you had come to my house the first day. She admitted that she had killed James. This quick.
What?
Like 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. We're in, we're out, we're in jail.
Yeah.
She claims that James had asked her to borrow $2,000 to $4,000 from her father. I have many a question. This story is so bizarre to me on so many different levels. So what I don't understand is why her out of the neighbors? Why her dad? Because someone's like, if you were like, hey, I'm having money problems, and you were like, can you ask your parents? I'd be like, I'm going to ask Travis or my sister. Like, there's a list of hierarchy of people I'm going to be asking money for, and it is not my parents. But it's the other part of like, I don't know if I'm also making assumptions. This is a heavy assumption. I know that. So for everyone that's saying they're like, you assumed. Yes, bitch, I did assume. What I'm curious about is if your neighbors too, I would almost think your income would be semi near each other, right? So it's like, if I was living in a neighborhood where everyone is struggling, then why would I ask my neighbor if they're probably trying to make 2 ends meet too? Yeah. So I never understood this. And guess what? From what I read, no one ever understood this. And everyone's just like, this is a weird story. Let's tell you.
Yeah, because that's going to bug. Okay. Well,
we'll get to, we'll kind of dispel some of the shit. But for the most part, this is just like.
You're pre-warning me that I'm going to be, okay.
That you're going to be like, wow, I really wish you wouldn't have done this story and given me a little bit more meat with my potatoes. That's what you're going to think.
When I watch
and I'm going to be like, guess what? The flavor is still there and it'll still fill you up. Or like my dad would always say, it'll make a turd.
Wait, what?
That's what my dad always says. When something's good, he'd go, that'll make a turd. Every time. Every time.
I got to write that down.
Dude, because that'll make a turd.
I'm writing it down right now.
In the early morning hours of April 3rd, Angela said that she picked James up from his place of employment and told him that her father was considering it. Interesting.
That is very interesting.
They go to her house first, where she gives him an alcoholic bevy, kind of calm the nerves. Okay. But this time it's spiked with something that isn't refreshing ice cubes. It's a freaking muscle relaxant. So she had taken those from her father. Once more, her father pops up on here, but I guess she just stole his meds. Like it wasn't like or maybe her dad gave her it because she had back pain. I don't know, but it was her dad's prescription. Okay. So this drug was supposed to make him sleepy, obviously. And I'm also going to hope and assume that it was not hope, but I'm also making another assumption that it was likely to make him easier to deal with.
Yeah.
But they also said in the early morning hours. So I'm like, early morning hours, my neighbor comes over for vodka? I don't know. Things
Your
are
neighbor
weird.
that you share a bank account with, right?
Right. Who's in a relationship for 17 years with kids.
Yeah.
Everyone has kids, by the way. She does too, but we'll talk about them. So he gets in the car with her and they drove to the Osteen Cemetery. And according to her, yes, so she had him come over. She was like, yeah, Dad might give you the money. Here's a drink. And then she's like, I'll take you over to my parents' house in the middle of the night. Yeah. These are things that I'm like, why is no one else talking about this? Like, that makes no sense. And
they just skirt past
unless they're like, what is her dad? Is her dad over there fucking snorting oxy in his trailer park?
Right.
But maybe has $4,000 in stolen stereos from Best Buy. I don't know. But I want to know. And I can't give you that.
He works at the cemetery and maybe he's a grave robber.
Right? I don't know.
He does security at nighttime. That's why she went to the cemetery.
That'd be wild. Anyway, so they go to this cemetery and according to her, when they arrived, James asked again about the money. I'd be like, no, ma'am. I would be asking, why are we in this cemetery? Not, hey, where's my money? That isn't mine anyway.
Right.
Be like, are we doing a seance? Yeah. I left my Ouija board at home. What are we supposed to do now? What do we do? That would be my questions. If you ever took me to a fucking, I swear to you, if you ever take me to a cemetery in the middle of the night and there's not a seance happening, I'm pissed.
Okay.
Seance or bust.
Seance or bust.
So because she was so annoyed that James constantly overdrew the bank account, she replied, how does it feel to be lied to, Jimmy?
Oh, I didn't know there was acting.
I feel like now we should try harder because there's a camera.
That was magnificent.
Thank you. Thank you. So James allegedly responded, how dare you? She claimed that James began to threaten to kill her and kill her children and went to grab her.
What?
No. She then proceeds to grab an ice pick.
Wait, what?
That was in the box of camping supplies in the back seat of the car and rammed it into his eye.
Okay. So, what?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yes. So they're in the car and that's what, so supposedly he goes to attack her.
So he's like,
and she's like, oh, I have the perfect weapon for a situation like this. And she's like, in his eye.
That sounds like some Terrifier movie shit.
Right. I feel like that's haunting me. Anyway.
Okay, but like how?
So there's more.
Why though? But is an ice pick a camping thing? I don't camp.
So you know what? Let's talk about it.
Yes.
We're going to talk about why she specifically had an ice pick.
Okay.
Supposedly.
Yes.
No, I camp all the time. I do not have an ice pick. I don't know a single motherfucker that has an ice pick. Like? I mean, there's this one guy I follow on Instagram that like he is a cocktail dude and he holds ice in his hand and he stabs it. That's the only ice pick I've ever seen in all of my life.
They're doing that shit for tips, not in the woods.
No, he's doing it at home and his thing. He's like poked ice is better or something for drinks or some shit.
Poked ice.
I don't know.
I'm looking up what.
But no, I have no idea.
I feel like that.
Or why? Why is there camping
scars.
supplies in your? I don't.
I typed in ice pick and the second thing that comes up is scars.
That's creepy.
I know, right?
You Google creepy shit on your phone, though.
We have to.
I know. So anyway.
Ow.
Yes.
It's like a.
Yes.
It's like a. Oh.
Okay. Everyone knows what an ice pick is. But anyway, so she then, as she stabs him in the eye, right? Ugh. Then she grabs a cord that was in the back seat and she wraps it tightly around his neck. The cord had handles on each end and she put a foot in each handle and pulled it tighter until he stopped moving. And then for good measure, she pulled the ice pick out of his eye and stabbed him in the other eye. Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't like this.
I don't either. I don't understand any of it. I also never just have cables around, let alone one that feels a lot like one of those workout bars, like those workout cables with two handles on the end. Yeah. I have no idea.
That poor guy.
I know. All of this while in the car is also just a lot of
if he was coming at her, she didn't even try to run. Okay, her story is horseshit.
Yeah, of course her story is bullshit.
I know, but it's like, it's not even a good lie. It's dumb.
I agree. So when James stops moving, she then, with the ice pick still in his head, she wrapped his head in plastic wrap.
No.
Once more, plastic wrap. Another item that I don't have in my car nor a camper.
Why did she have that?
But really, she had actually bought these, like some of these items at Walmart hours before.
Yes.
Yes. Along with rubber gloves.
What a bitch.
Because obviously she wasn't going to kill him.
No. She was going camping.
Right.
With some serious martini glass shaking with her ice pick and her saran wrap and all her leftover needs and her gloves for if she has to shit in the woods. She doesn't get it under her fingernails. I don't know. What do you?
That's what people do when they can't. She ends up propping him up in the vehicle.
Will you stop?
And he's in the passenger seat with an ice pick in his eye with saran wrap around his head.
Oh.
Just stop and think of the picture.
I don't want to.
In a cemetery at night.
No.
That's fucking terrifying.
Poor fucking man. That poor man.
Now, the fact of the matter is she had told the investigators he had attacked her when she did all of this, right? But when she confessed to her family, she said he was sleeping. That he was asleep when it happened. Which is hopefully, truly, 100% without a doubt what you hope happened.
Yeah.
That he had fallen asleep either from overconsumption or from Flexeril. And that I don't know how he couldn't have woken up from like the stab. But I also don't know how quickly like you would pass in that. Obviously, your brain is behind your eye. For anyone who did not know that. Your brain is behind your eye.
Man.
Yeah. I'm a fucking doctor.
Who knew?
I know.
I always thought it felt weird behind my kneecap, but like that makes way more sense.
Agreed. And so if an ice pick went in, I don't know. I would think that would be here. I don't know if that would kill him. Like I don't know.
Well, the ones I Googled were like long. So I hope he didn't suffer. That was the moral of that story.
The whole point is that I'm hoping that maybe he was asleep or drugged up or something like that. Or in any way, shape, or form wasn't fully awake and realizing what was happening.
Right.
We can hope.
That's terrible.
Wonderboy Media is not only the proud producer of this glorious magic imploring your ear holes right now, but they're also a big deal.
Get in touch with them today to make all of your dreams a freaking reality.
From using their bangin' ass podcast studio,
where we are right now,
to creating amazing videos and editing our content like the mystical mavericks they are.
Your podcast can go further when you have a Wonder Boy.
Hit up Drew today at WBOYmedia.com.
Or text him day or night at 270.
Just kidding. She drove the body back to her home. So just drove home. And this is where she tried to figure out how she was going to dispose of it. So step one of her personal journey it was to dismember the body. So she cuts him up. She puts his arms, legs, and head in a baby pool in the garage. And then his torso in another baby pool before she retreats to her bed for a good old not a shut-eye.
You're fucking joking.
Fun fact Thursday. She has 2 teenage kids who are in the home as well.
Stop.
Yep.
I can't. I just can't. I
can't either. Not only you put him in a baby pool and the whole reason she said she saran wrapped his head was so that blood wouldn't get in the car. But
no.
And then
she's stupid.
The kids at the time of this being written, so I feel like they were like 60. They said they were teenagers, but I think they were like young teens.
Mm-hmm. Tweens.
Yeah. The following day, she attempted to cremate the remains in the stove and in the oven. She said during her interrogation, Thursdays when I was cooking them, Fridays when I was dumping them. So yes, she took him into her home, piece by piece, then popped him in her oven like a Stouffer's lasagna, and then started to boil parts of him on the stove.
She is terrible.
Her kids are there.
No.
Yes. The smoke and the smell became unbearable.
You think?
And then in one article, her daughter was like, what is that smell?
She's like, Mama.
And supposedly she said a rat got stuck in the oven.
A rat.
Which now makes me wonder what kind of house.
I don't know.
I mean, it's one thing to have mice because that literally just happens. Like I have a field behind me, but a rat feels like you got a bigger situation going on.
She's also a terrible liar. So maybe that
makes sense though.
Maybe that was her just telling another fibberoni.
What do you mean?
Like maybe she was just like, oh, it's a rat. Like her lies are bad. Like
right, but that's a kind of a genius lie.
A rat though? Why don't you say mouse? Mice stink too. I don't know. I just feel like a rat's dramatic.
A rat is just bigger.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. If they live in a shitty, like if they live in the hood,
yeah, it's
gonna be a rat. It ain't gonna be fucking Mickey.
What's it gonna be? Splinter?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. How are they gonna know? Anyway, at some point, as I can't imagine how or what she did. Okay, that's the other thing. Okay, so she tried to cremate and she tried to boil, thinking that she was going to, I don't know, make a stew and get the body to either like shrivel up and be beef jerky or boil the meat off the bone. Because there's no way her oven would have ever gotten hot enough to be a fire crematorium. Right? I'm not crazy on that one. Like to cremate someone is to have them be ablaze.
Yeah.
It's their ashes. So I don't know why she thinks she's got like a fucking crazy ass George Foreman grill up in there. Like none of that was going to do any of that. So really she was just fucking nasty.
Yeah.
So she ends up having to clean the muscle, the fat, the skin. And somehow now we have bones.
This is awful.
So she tells her kids that she ran over a deer and she needs their help disposing of the deer.
What?
So the kids load up like they're going to Shoney's on a Wednesday with free kids under the age of 12. Load right on up into the
costume. It's your costume. It's bringing this out. Your references, the things you've said. You're leaning in so hard. I think your drag king character is going to be Joe Exotic.
No, it's not.
Okay. Shoney's on a Wednesday, she says.
Yeah, well, that's what my mom took me and my sister.
I mean, yeah, I went too, but you had that locked and loaded.
Yeah, because it was the only place that we went to dinner. It's literally the only option I had.
Ponderosa.
So we weren't wealthy. So they load up into the car and they drive around Volusia County, disposing of James's body parts as far as east of New Smyrna Beach.
Oh.
So I guess the kids are just throwing the bones in trash cans and stuff. They had to have been young enough to not fucking comprehend at all why that's how you would not be getting rid of a deer.
Yeah, no.
Or what the deer bones looked like or anything like that. But of course, too, they're in trash bags. Like, it's not like you're walking around with a fucking femur. Tommy, just give her a good toss in there. Toss it right on in there. It wasn't that.
You did it again.
It's just trash bags.
It's the costume. I swear to God.
Dude, maybe it is, maybe it's not.
I think it is.
The world will never know.
I know. I'm telling the world.
All right, so we're going to hop back.
Okay.
Back into the disability.
I quit. This is our last episode. I can't do this anymore. I can't live like this. What? With the flair for the dramatics today.
It's different. We're on camera now. I feel like now it matters. Like before, I did all this shit anyway, but now it's just
now you cranked it up.
Now
a notch.
Now I can elevate it. That's what I've been dying to do.
Definitely elevated. It's like salt on a frozen pizza. It's also very enhanced.
I do feel very like I'm under the cloak of a Halloween costume.
You are
because it's not Brooklyn. It's Joe.
You're cloaked out,
right? So disability benefits. We're not going to be able to do these in costumes ever again because we're like way too distracted, and we've learned it now. Just so you know, team, we hear you.
Just so you know.
We know the feedback.
Next Hallows Eve, we will be dressed we should dress as each other.
Yes. You're just going to wear yoga pants and like a crop top. That's what you have to wear.
Crop top. I'll start working out harder now.
I'm just going to have to wear Chucks, jeans, and a graphic tee.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
So Angela had agreed in October of 2012 to be the payee on Sheaffer's. Is that what you said?
I'm going to go with Sheaffer.
Okay. To be the payee on Sheaffer's Social Security disability benefits, which at the start were only $1,230. So we're not talking shit tons of money here. $1,230. Apparently you do that for someone who cannot manage it on their own. So I don't know if she was good with money or she was a close friend. I don't know if they'd been neighbors for years. I don't know if she was fucking sticking a little pinky in his butt at night. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know if they were dating, like, or what was actually happening. But whatever it came down to, it was the fact that he couldn't manage it on his own. He could have also just been really shitty with money and been like,
help me.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then...
it's weird that nothing says it. Like, it doesn't... They're just like...
who would know? No one would know but Angela and James. And James is gone.
Yeah. How?
And Angela is stupid and was already lying. So it's like, when all you have to find the truth is a liar in front of you...
That's true.
Give up.
Yeah.
We'll never know. So to do it, Angela was going to receive $100. That was it. Like, that was the only thing, was like, she was going to get $100 for it. I don't know why. Like, if it was like a payout, like the Social Security thing was like, whoever's the person will get $100 for doing this because it means that you're helping manage somebody's account.
Huh.
I don't know. I made that up. I'm making assumptions. Educated guesses. These are guesstimates, my friend. So, but Sheaffer continuously overdrew that first month and then almost every month after that. So she was getting fucked.
Yeah.
Now, this is speculation as to whether or not they may have been in a relationship of some sort. Angela was separated from her boyfriend, and she did have a boyfriend in Texas. And we know James was in a serious relationship, if not married. But obviously, that's never stopped anybody from fucking anyway.
I mean...
So even the police officers and like the attorneys were like, we don't know if they were in a relationship.
Neither do we.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no evidence. It's 2013. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there's evidence anymore. Text messages at a minimum.
On the social?
To me, at the very minimum, your records on your phone.
Yeah.
Would tell you.
A text, a snap, a Snapchat. That wasn't a thing, I don't think, then.
I don't think so. No, it was 10 years ago. 11 years ago. So I would just say phone records alone.
Yeah.
So the jury got the case about lunchtime Friday and started deliberations over pepperoni and cheese pizza.
Wait, what?
That was a detail I literally found.
What?
They literally said that they were doing their deliberations over pepperoni and cheese pizza. I can't find out anything about Angela.
I knew you were going to get mad about that.
And her fucking life.
Yeah.
But
it's the facts they choose to pick. We say it every single time.
It is media. And that is the problem with this world, is we grab whatever facts we want and that's what we want to put.
Yeah.
Instead of like the hard hitting ones.
That's
like,
right.
So did Angela fuck around with ice picks before? Was she into sword fighting? Like, what was her thing?
I don't know, but that hot and ready from Little Caesars, bruh.
Little Caesars is so gross.
Listen, unless they want to sponsor.
Unless you want to sponsor. And then I think it's really cheesy and good.
And pepperoni.
Yeah, right. That's not how we would do sponsorships.
Oh, no. But that's the... like
so
this,
Little Caesars don't come at me.
Yeah. It's like the story of the I don't want to say pizza now. The lady that I did, and I couldn't find anything on her background, and then they said the wide set flat feet.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't know her middle name, but I know that she had.
I don't even know her birthday.
Like,
I couldn't even find her birthday.
She had plantar fasciitis. I knew that.
I couldn't even find her birthday or where she came from, or where, like. Now I will be honest. Did I spend 5 hours looking? No. Did I look? Yes. I definitely looked.
I believe in you.
But it's just, I couldn't believe that I couldn't find it.
That's insane.
But then I also realized too much of my life is based off of Wikipedia. And if something's not on Wikipedia, I really need to donate to them. I think that all the time. I'm like, man, I use Wikipedia harder than other people use Wikipedia. But right now, $3 is a lot.
Right.
It's a lot. It's maybe 2 pieces of cheese because the grocery prices are too high. Somebody goes, Heather wanted to punch me in the face today because somebody was like, oh my God, what did they say? Do you want to see something scary? And I was like, is it a grocery receipt?
I almost threw her down the stairs. She said that. I'm like, no, I slow blinked.
You literally turn around and you're like,
is it a grocery bill? That's what that felt like.
Yes. I am a complete twat. It is what it is, and I'm not apologizing.
You shouldn't.
So, over 2 hours into deliberations, jurors asked that the testimony from Angela's sister, her name was April Leach. I'm amazed that even was found. They asked that her testimony be reread to them. Leach had testified that her sister told her that she had gotten behind Sheaffer and strangled him. Oh. Right? So, yes. After the testimony was reread, jurors returned the guilty verdict in about 8 minutes.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
2 jurors who declined to give their name said afterward that 3 jurors could not agree on premeditation for first-degree murder. But after more discussion, only one holdout remained that did not believe that there was a case for premeditation. That's when they asked for the sister's testimony to be reread. After that, everyone agreed on first-degree murder. Yeah. Angela sat there and she took the verdict with no emotion. Now, Trigones, I'm going to say Trigones. I don't know if that's a dude's last name. It's spelled Trigones, who prosecuted the case, along with Assistant State Attorney Ryan Will, also said that Angela told her sister that she spiked Sheaffer's drink. Angela told her sister that James was out of it when she killed him. Trigones then described how Angela cut up Sheaffer. This is a quote. She's dismembering and cooking him. She's cutting his head off. She's cutting his torso into 3 sections. Let me tell you this. And then he talks about her aversion to touching fish. He says, and I quote, this is him saying what Angela said. I use the ice pick to stab the fish so that I don't have to touch it because that's gross, because I don't like touching fish. Trigone said, recalling what Angela had said. Really? She doesn't like touching fish, but she manages to dismember a 285-pound man and cook him and clean him and then put him into trash bags. So she said that she had a fucking ice pick. There's so much to fucking unpack that I'm not even here for the move. No. But if we could just say that she has an ice pick to touch fish. What are you, a spear fisherman?
Like that, and then do you clean? I don't know. How do you do it? How would that even be rational?
Look at you saying rational. No, you're just not very rational.
I hate that you're so impressed by that word.
Not by the word, by the focus of how is it rational?
Yeah, because
if it's not, but if you have a fish, that's what I'm wondering if she held it to some capacity when she was trying to clean and fillet it. Well, because she could stab the front of it, and to clean it, you have to do the scales, which is the part that literally makes me want to vomit. And yeah, if you do that, then that could be the only case. Well, because if you were going to do a fillet, you have to do it that way anyway.
Thanks.
No, I'm saying
Joe.
You'd have to touch it.
Yeah, I don't like to touch raw meat that often. I do it. I don't care for it. So, especially when I had my nails done.
No one liked to touch raw meat with.
I know, but now I still don't. Now I still don't like to do it, so I can relate. But I don't think ice pick would be my weapon of choice to do anything with that. I don't want to touch this chicken. Hang on. What is that?
That'd be so weird.
I know, right? You're like, what? I'm like, what? It's not weird.
You're like, hey, we're gonna go fishing this weekend. Can you make sure you put the ice pick in the bag
and get that saran wrap too?
Toss it right there in the bag. No, keep the jumping cables.
Yeah, what? The jumping cables.
The jumping cables.
So
I'm itching. Huh? I'm officially almost wigged out. Oh. About wigged out. And luckily I'm almost out of my story. Let me see where I'm at. Okay. No witnesses had information about the circumstances around James's death. One of the other, I skipped. Okay. Anyway, so he was like, okay, you have an issue with fucking fish, but what you had to do to his body is unbelievable. I could not do that.
No.
Give me a fish and I am still going to dry heave doing any of it. I'm not going to act like I'm better than anything because I still am like, ah. But if Travis was with me, I'd be like, I'm strong and capable. But I don't want to do it.
You would totally try to do it.
I could not cut a human. I could not cut a human. I would struggle watching the freaking show 1883 when they had to cut a dude's leg off because he got bit by a rattlesnake. I don't even think I could do that. I literally put my chin on the mic. Assistant Public Defender Jim Valerino, yep, I'm going to say it that slow every time, said he was conceding that Angela was guilty of abusing a dead body and evidence tampering, but said that there was no evidence to support the first-degree murder charge. Shove it up your butt, fucking Jim. No witness had information on the circumstances around his death. And he was like, except for Angela's daughter and mom. Right. So he's like, oh, no. It was her mom, and it was literally her sister and her daughter are the ones that said it.
It's like two closest people to her. It's not just some guy that works at the gas station she buys cigarettes from.
Right.
Yeah. Your mom and kid says it.
And then he's like, yeah, but they were going by memory, and that would have been a really stressful situation. So they probably remembered wrong. It was too emotional.
Too emotional. How do you remember that wrong?
Just fucking.
That's going to stand out. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and that's going to be a core memory.
Yes. Sadly.
There's no.
I was like, maybe through hard work, whiskey, and a few packs of Marlboro Reds, you're going to get through it. But outside of that, I doubt it. Having your mom tell you what she did, if it was this, and then you were just upstairs like trying to rip cigs out the fucking window with the window up, and your mom's over there like fucking up a dead body. Am I the only one that was trying to rip cigarettes in my room?
Like, why are you smoking in your room?
Because I was naughty. I was the naughty bear. Anyway. Now, the fucking attorney, being a little cocksucker, he also said the state is trying to spin innocently going to the store and buying products into evidence of first-degree meditated murder. Because apparently she had also bought milk and Mountain Dew and jelly beans and potato chips.
Why did I know that Mountain Dew was going to be on that list? There's
a good guess.
I just felt like she's one of those babies that probably had Mountain Dew in her baby bottle.
Mountain Dew,
for sure.
I want to act like I don't judge people. I judge everyone all the time, and I hope everyone's judging me because we're all just fucking judgy little bears. As long as I don't say it, and I don't hate, and I don't like actually have prejudice towards people, I feel like it's fun to be judgy because most of the time it's me just assuming that I already know somebody without knowing them, and then them proving themselves right to me.
Yeah,
that is the judging journey.
I don't feel like it's judging because judging has a negative connotation, and you're just making observations and guesses. Observation and guesses. Because I'm always like, hey, I'm like, you do you, but I'm going to assume.
Yeah. But I am going to text Heather later and be like, did you see that? Because this is my assumption.
From the table.
Always. Always. But no, Mountain Dew. I do feel feelings about people who drink Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper full flavor. Anything diet, I'm not really here to I'm not here to split hairs. I'm here for full calorie. If you have the gumption to sit down and drink 8 ounces of fucking hardcore acid, because that's what a carbonated beverage is to me anymore. Acid full of sugar that's at least 325 calories. You're raw. You're raw and you're badass and you're probably better than me and you'll kill me in a fight.
I mean,
that's how I feel about people who drink soft drinks.
Those kind. Full tilt, full throttle. Yeah. Ones.
What about the one that's like a different color, like Taco Bell?
The Baja.
Yeah.
Blast. You know they make alcoholic drinks like that now?
They do.
Mountain Dew, alcohol seltzers.
I would vomit.
Because Will, of course, had to try it. So.
Excuse me, no. You're not allowed to. Nope. For anyone who doesn't see what Drew had to leave, and we were just like, hey, no, don't walk outside.
Come back.
Yeah, why are you leaving? Did we bore you? No. The state, so he said that the state was trying to spin it because she bought other shit. I mean, she was thirsty and she needs some Jelly Bellies. Like, I don't know. Anyway.
That do. She had to do the do.
She had to do the do. But that doesn't matter because Angela Stoldt is convicted of first-degree murder, tampering with physical evidence, and abuse of a dead body. She ends up receiving the Life in Prison Award.
Good. Award.
And
got me off guard.
I can tell. So that's the award she received that day. And she also got that without the ability for parole.
Good. So she's gone.
She's in jail.
Can we say the victim's name one more time?
James Sheaffer.
Okay, because I feel like we made a lot of jokes, and just because that's what we do, but like not about him, but like I wanted to make sure we said that out loud again.
Yes. Okay. I said his name about 72 times in here, but because we got distracted so many times. Yeah. No, it was terrible. Like, I think what sucked about this case in so many ways is like, yes, that totally sucks that kept happening. And he was vocal about like struggling financially, but he had a job, he had kids, he had a stepkid. Yeah. Like but I don't know. You can have money troubles and be really good at money. Mm-hmm. You know, like that can happen. So I just ponder so much, like what happened in this case? What was his wife / girlfriend? Like and that's what made me think, based off of the way that Angela looked, I'm going to be real fucking honest with you because she looks like she was rode hard, put up wet, and did meth. Yes. So I'm also wondering just kind of like the environment and where they were living and how hard maybe money was to come by. So I don't know. Who knows? It's a very sad scenario though.
That's her?
I don't know. I can't see what you're looking at.
Why can't you see in my eyes? Is this her?
Mm-hmm. So, like, there's a little methy in there. Like, there's
She's a little rugged.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Is that him? That's him. I keep saying.
Doesn't he have?
I keep holding my
it's
phone
so
like
annoying.
this, and I'm like, is this him?
It's so fun. It's a fun game. Doesn't he look like a sweet baby angel though?
Yeah.
He looks like a sweet guy, a sweet nice guy.
And you said he had a Metallica tattoo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. I love that.
But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, it was for like a nuisance. Like, don't get me wrong. If someone was overdrafting on my account, I would not think that was a nuisance. But it's something that still could have been corrected.
But
what was the point of killing him? Like, what was that? Like, at the end of the day, for real, what was she going to get?
Like,
the account was overdraft. She would have gotten no money.
Yeah. She
was just tired of him fucking overdrafting on her account, and that's how she reacted.
That was her reaction. It was stupid. Like, she could have just been
so
like,
unnecessary.
Hey, I'm going to take myself off this because I'm over this shit.
Yeah.
Like, but she agreed to it in the first place. So, I mean.
I'm like, dude, you're pissing me off. I love you, but I can't do this.
I love you, but I'm not going to do
Or
this
I don't love you
anymore.
because I don't know what kind of relationship we have.
Yeah. This is, we're going to call this the Swiss cheese story. Lots of holes.
Lots of holes, and it's stupid. It's
Lots
a
of
stupid
holes.
one.
Yeah, it's. I feel bad for the guy.
Me too.
And
his family.
Yeah, and she's a wackadoodle.
Wackadoodle Daisy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's our story, guys.
That's
It's
a
All
wrap.
Hallows Eve, man.
That's a wrap.
That is a wrap.
I think I have to go home and do a wardrobe change.
I have to go home and work, and then I'm going to change into something a lot more comfortable. Though I am basically wearing just soft Chinese silk.
I mean, yeah, definitely like a good thing you don't smoke because that thing would torch.
Oh,
Like,
I literally said that before. I was like, I'm
You
pretty
did?
sure if somebody smoked a cigarette near me, I would catch it.
You said that
catch on
today?
fire. I'm
Oh, my
sitting
words.
right here before we started recording.
Oh, I was like, what? You didn't say it on the video because I didn't remember that.
I look over at Jess and she's like, yeah. And Jess is over there not feeling well, and she's like, I remember, and you can't.
I don't know. You say a lot of words. I don't catch them all.
Dude, I do. There's lots happening, lots rattling out this fucking mouth of mine. Yep.
I wonder if you're going to keep that accent all night, or as soon as you take the fringe off, it's just going to fall down. You just stop and get a Mountain Dew on the way home,
I'm
and you're
kinda
like, "What am I doing?
Oh my God, I'd be
Why am I doing this? Who
cares?
Who am I? I don't know. You're awful. Drink it anyway. Plugs your nose. Like you have a whole episode.
I
You just
would.
FaceTime me in the car.
I'm gonna be honest.
Look, I drank half of this. There's 10 ounces
If
left.
you ever saw me drinking like a
full tilt.
we had to go, so we're having people over tonight for just, trick or treaters Halloween shit. And you're like, yeah, I know, I've been there for 6 years doing it. I was like,
I'm like, what?
what?
I'm not invited.
I did not get invited.
Who's coming? Oh God, I would burn your house
Anyway,
down.
so we finally remembered to grab soft drinks because we never fucking have soft drinks.
That's
soft
accurate.
drinks. And I told Travis, and he's like, dude, never drank them in all my life. I was like, I drank them when I was a kid. I have not had a soft drink, like besides a Diet Coke, and only a Diet Coke,
Like
in the
at
last
a-
15 to 18 years.
Like at a restaurant.
Yes, and I do not. They're not like
I'm gonna go
purchasing
get
a house.
a Coke Zero from McDonald's after this because those just hit.
That sounds
Yes.
like someone who's off work the rest of the day. Not the one that's like, I have 18 emails I have to answer before people start coming
I'll
on.
go wait in that to go line for a Coke Zero.
Do it. Do it with your little tiger, little ticker bear.
My what? I feel like I was able to hear that awful story because I had this. Like I just start holding a different stuffed animal every time.
I would not do it. I just look at you and I'm like, I'm not talking to a child.
I was like,
in the hospital.
Tell me
'cause
what
that's
happened. Where did he put the knife?
like, I know you hate baby talk.
Oh, I hated all of it.
It's like a grocery store bill. Scary like my grocery bill.
Fuck off. Hey, y'all, don't forget, like us, rate us, review us. Start
Yes.
watching our videos. We're also on YouTube. You
Oh
can
my
find
God.
us there, or you can also just watch it because that Spotify's cool like that. You
Yeah.
can do it through Spotify.
All the things.
I don't know about the other ones
I don't either.
because everything just happened about 24 hours ago, and I'm feeling spicy.
Yeah, you got to change.
Y'all, don't forget, don't get mad.
Get sassy. Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye. Ooh, we got a snorter.
God.
This episode was sponsored, edited, and produced by Wonderboy Media. Get the deets at WBOYmedia.com to see how you can make your podcast dreams a reality.
Help us out and be sure to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to our audio project. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at, of course, A Couple of Sassholes.
Want more sass? Become a member of our Patreon for bonus content, merch, and more. Plus, we're on Cameo now, so there's even more ways to get the sass you need just how you like it. As always, don't get mad.
Get sassy.
Theodore, can I bet that